Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mary here from Layers of Chic, and today's video is going to be something a little bit different than my usual style videos. So today is actually going to be the launch of my blogging tips series. So as some of you might know, I am a full-time blogger, so I handle all of the operations on my blog, from content creation to contracting to working with brands to negotiations. So I basically handle everything. And one of the things I get the most questions on is how to work with brands, and specifically how to negotiate contracts with brands, what to do when a brand doesn't respond, how much should I charge for a post. So all of these nitty-gritty questions I actually get a lot from a lot of my blogger friends, and then also from new bloggers as well. So today I figured I would do a video focusing specifically on how to work with brands when it comes to contract negotiations. And contract negotiations essentially includes everything that details the campaign. So that includes the deliverables, what you're posting, the timing, and most importantly, how much you are getting paid. So today's video is going to be divided into 3 key sections, and I'm going to go through each of the different sections, and these are basically 3 key areas to focus on when it comes to successfully negotiating a contract with a brand. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first section I'm going to talk about is know your worth. So in order to successfully negotiate your brands, obviously you have to know how much you're worth. So if the brand reaches out to you asking for an Instagram post, you need to have an idea of what is your rate. So when it comes to negotiating with brands, before I go into any negotiation and before I respond to an email from a brand asking what my rate is, I like to have in my head what my ideal rate would be for the campaign. So that's what I would ideally like to make, and then what is the lowest rate that I'm willing to accept. So that way I have an idea in my mind of, if I go to the brand with my ideal rate and they come back with a lower rate, I then already have an idea in my mind of what is the lowest rate I'm willing to accept, which is going to help me further negotiate and get to a rate that I'm happy with. So if you're wondering how to calculate your rate for an Instagram post and you don't currently have that, do not fear. I'm going to put up on the screen kind of the industry average way of calculating. So for example, if you have 10,000 followers, the industry standard is that you can charge $100 per post. If you have 50,000 followers, you can charge $500 per post. If you have 100,000 followers, you can charge $1,000 per post. So that's essentially the baseline in terms of the industry average for how much you can charge. But keep in mind that this number can go up and down depending on both factors relating to your account and your Instagram, as well as factors relating to the specific campaign that the brand is reaching out about. So in terms of factors that relate to you, outside of the number of followers, brands also look at things such as the quality of your content, your engagement levels, how many comments you get, whether or not you have a unique point of view, whether or not this point of view aligns well with the brand's point of view, your content creation costs. For example, I hire a photographer for all my photos, so I obviously have to factor that into my costs, whereas these other people might have their husband or boyfriend take their pictures. And it even comes down to things like how responsive you are to a brand and whether or not the brand has worked with you before. So for example, if you've worked with a brand previously and they had a great experience with you, you're actually worth more to the brand than if they reached out to a completely new blogger. So because they know what to expect from you and they know that they can expect great content and being responsive and getting content on time, you could actually potentially charge more for a second collaboration because they already know that you're a high quality blogger and therefore you're worth more to them. So that's an example of a factor to consider when it comes to giving your rate to a brand. So outside of factors relating to you and your Instagram account, there are also outside factors such as the campaign deliverables, and this can actually greatly affect your rate as well. So that concludes part 1 of this blogging tips video in terms of contract strategy. So I was originally going to do all of this in one video, but as I started to edit the video, it became very long. So this is actually going to be a 3-part video series. So the next part is going to be understanding the campaign deliverables and timing, which will help you successfully work with a brand as well as negotiate a contract. So be sure to look out for that video coming soon. In the meantime, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment in the comment box below what you thought was helpful, what you thought wasn't helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.